going to see some fun stuff coming out.
Yeah, indeed.
Excellent. And with that, I think it is time for these teams to line up and experience for themselves the joy that is Man of War.
Indeed. And once again, both teams going ahead, getting their upgrades out of the way. It's nice that they have that extra time to start before they get out. You know, gives time for those who don't have as much ability to flip through the menus as fast.
For sure, and presumably by now you've already sort of decided what it is you're going to be playing in terms of the players and the opportunities and the upgrades. So finally the gates open and these teams make their merry way to the middle.
Yeah. Good rollout there from the Demo Man on Red Team with his stickies. Early crit canteen there for Mooncaller, though, getting a pick on him almost immediately. Definitely this time seeing more of the crit usage here as Kuro goes down as well to their Pyro.
That, I think, must have been a secret strat. That can't be the first time they're thinking of this. I'm sure that in the earlier rounds, that was something that they came to the conclusion was an amazing strat to utilize out of the gates, and most definitely was Howler absolutely down to almost nothing. I will be so surprised if they manage to make it out alive.
Yeah, but it seems they might as they're not showed up in the kill feed. Mooncaller sort of running away there. Oh, barely getting around the corner in time.
How? This midpoint is lovely. There's, as I say, it's a stable, nice place to hang out. And what have you seen?
What's it called? Lecter got a nasty direct hit shot there on the Red Scout, showing the use. Oh, and an air shot on Paulo after knocking him up.
Another one to make it 3 onto Gulter.
What a name. Mooncaller sort of just cleaning up the remaining Red Team members. Good hold.
Absolutely solid. This Red Team, this team of Faxoneers, as they're otherwise known to their friends, they are in definitely on the back foot now. It is kind of hard to push out at this point. You can stand right in the dead center, right on those stable yards in the middle, and just be so effective at blocking the entirety of an oncoming team. Team has got to do something interesting, exciting.
The Lecter there managing to get 2 direct hit kills. The extra damage there was just enough. You know, it's all he really needed to clean up there. And then SM killing Mooncaller, overextending a little bit, seeing that usage out of the short stop. Sort of a neutral moment right now, but we do get an Uber here. Carrot Flower's just raining down Hellfire on point. As Gutter gets killed by the Natasha once again, you know, showing use from same as last one.
Tex just surviving out of nothing, from nowhere with nothing. How are these medics doing so well at managing to stay alive? I just don't know. Their movement must be above and beyond the point.
Oh, most definitely. But it does seem we are seeing an exchange of the point here as Red Team takes it. Again, I noticed that Moonflower has been using those crit canteens a lot. We saw another one pop. Oh, the sticky trap from getting Lecter there, followed by Carrot Flowers right after. Kuro cleaning up. Mooncaller forced to retreat, but he does take Gutter as well.
Absolutely effortless kill there. I mean, that main area, it seems like the most obvious path to follow. When you come running out of spawn, it seems like the most obvious path. Just go through the mid, and if you keep doing that, you're gonna pay the price. Looks like they're not doing it this time. They're going around the side, and this is not something I've seen a lot of.
Dalibor trying to get some value here by pushing forward, getting a decent reflect. Using the flare gun, trying to go for those combos. He does kill him with the afterburn from the gun, forcing Red to pop though, but not so much value there. The med just getting out, but he doesn't even get out either. Dalibor continuing the pressure, following up on that as Mooncaller kills Kuro in the back. Once again, more flare gun value. Boom, 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 one after the other, and the point's gonna exchange hands again.
Yep, Pyro is super useful on this particular map. Maybe not on all maps, but this one is tight. Like I say, that there's a lot of opportunity for spies, a lot of opportunity for Pyros. Anywhere where there's a corridor that's tight and hard to wide around, not so much airtime, maybe a Pyro is going to do some amazing work.
Most definitely. Oh, and Carrot Flower is unfortunately getting caught out there, sort of in the open, dropping off high ground. Oh, and Paulo knocked up, though, only on 20 HP. Could have backed up there, but doesn't. But doesn't seem he's going to get picked. Mooncaller going around the side there, cleaning up on the knock-up from Lecter, I'm assuming.
That counts as an air shot. He was in the air. It counts as an air shot. I'm going to give that one.
Yeah. We're seeing, I believe, is this... Oh, battalions being used on point here. Extra survivability.
Battalions back up in use with an Uber. That is OP. That should not be allowed at any stage in anyone's career.
What value? But it doesn't seem like it was enough. Carrot Flower there behind does at least pick off their Scout SM, but unfortunately the heavy medic combo notices sort of fighting for point here. And it doesn't seem that them their presence on the point is going to last for long. And I think that might be it, unless the Scout can run to point. Dalibor keeping up that pressure though, keeping him back.
Oh, here comes the demo. Nope, not enough. Can't quite get a foot on the point. Not enough to be effective. It was close. Give them that. There's definitely a lot of fight in both of these teams, but the first point goes for HFM. They have got to be super stoked, and I'm sure they are keen to get back out there to utilize and to make best use of the money they've gained. One thing that I did notice was a lot of the money being picked up by the scouts, and that seems to be a mechanic that's been transferred over from our version of MVM, the way that we know it. Where a scout has possibly a bigger pull range for the money pickup, and that has a beneficial effect for the entirety of the team.
Most definitely. And also, plays like Moonflower using those crit canteens a lot might be punished if you think about it in the long term here with the second round, because that's less money to his overall upgrades.
Sure, but we only need to have, if we play it right, I'd only need to have like 2 rounds to win this map, to win the opportunity to move on. Again, maybe best use of money, maybe economy is not the thing that's going to decide this.
True, but of course, they could be using any advantage here, but we'll see.
We'll see.
And it seems that we are seeing immediately as Red Team has gotten 2 picks, an Uber being used here on the heavy to take out Kurakura. Red sort of forced to play behind there, but SM using that extra distance from the shortstop, staying out of heavy range on the side there, and getting a pick, and then following up on Mooncall right after. Seems that he's probably put the upgrades into that, and it's getting more value with the range of it.
For sure. Yeah, there's not a lot of fight being seen by these guys over on HFM. They have their points. We want to know what they're going to be bringing into the second round.
Once again, the demo on Reds put a trap in the same spot, but it seems that they're still have learned their lesson as they've sort of set up on the left there. Although
they have got some stickies out on the side, but maybe it's on the wrong side for them. Are we going to see them utilized?
Value. Moonflower using those crits again, dropping the med and the heavy.
Oof!
That's exactly what they needed.
Well, they are cleaning up this mid right now. They're running through it like a vacuum cleaner on super cycle. They gained that midpoint for themselves, and they are happy to stick on it.
Most definitely. But Red, obviously still in the fight here. They're going to be pushing back out, sort of poking a little on high ground here. Rap Assassin being used for that little extra bleed as Red is now rotating around.
Love to see it.
Contrast, playing that staircase a little to get as much cover as possible. Natasha just absolutely ripping into Mooncaller there as they get a pick. Carrot Flower is doing his best to keep him back, but Gutter flanking behind. Dalibor pushing back though.
Carrot was doing some amazing work there, just nibbling away at absolutely everyone, but not enough to finish anyone off. Speaking of finishing people off, here comes a Mooncaller. Takes 1, takes 2, throws in a bit of milk. Is able to profit from it even slightly.
I suppose that we're seeing what you said in action here, as Moonflower, not putting as much upgrades in the crits is giving him huge value.
For sure.
Yeah, forcing the Uber there out of Paulo in a not so great position. They were all the way back. They did not get much. But an Uber charge canteen perfectly timed by Gutter, saving him and letting him kill Lecter and Dalibor. Following with tech right after, and it seems Red might be taking this point back as Mooncaller's forced retreat.
Yeah, Kuaku just standing his ground on there, taking a few shots. able to whittle down an enemy that was no longer as forceful as it had been a few moments ago. Gutter doing a little push out here. Is he going to be trying to push out on his own? Don't know. Maybe. He gets up to mid, and there's no one there to fight against. Here we come. Here is the pushback by this blue team. HMF. They are gonna stage a comeback. Should we call it a comeback?
Potentially. You know, depends on how they perform here. I mean, Red definitely needs to hold this round. You know, it's make or break. One map. That's that's all they got. It's already match point here potentially, if Blue manages to take it.
This map is only going to be decided within the next 3 minutes. If Blue is able to come back in, they've blown the Uber. Uber is what they faced when they arrived, though, so no team has a real advantage here.
Yeah, no pick yet.
Was trying to stay up.
Exchanging blows. Oh, and there we go. Gutter getting a rocket on Carrot Flower. Kurakuro cleaning up Scout, and Lecter sort of forced to retreat here. But unfortunately it doesn't work out. SM just getting in his face, hopping around, using his movement. Dalibor falls right after.
Yeah, nothing beautiful to be seen by this game. That is a point being very firmly held by this red team. They have finally figured out. Yep, the strat is with them. Facts. I'm not making stuff up here. I'm giving you the facts.
And it seems that we're seeing an exchange of blows here again. Lecter trying to go for some air shots. Unfortunately, SM just cleaning up that extra range in the shortstop, really putting in work for him. Carrot Flowers and Kurakuro just looking at each other, pepper them with bullets. They sort of, the walls of the team for both. Those Demo Man stickies from high ground really putting in work. Dalibor putting overtime there, reflecting, doing his best to keep it back. As it's Uber here pushing forward, getting space, and it seems the heavies are exchanging blows, and Carrot Flower just barely takes it. The damage resistance there on the Natasha saved him.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Now, speaking of insanity, this midpoint, I honestly did not think it was going to go the way that it did, and it hasn't gone the way that it did. It's actually changed over. It's still changing over rapidly as we speak. SM down to the last nitty-gritty powder of health. Not able to transform it over. Mooncaller also going down to those beautiful.
Oh,
bombs.
And a cheeky taunt there from the demo.
There was no time for a taunt. I don't know how they thought they were going to get away with that. But they did. They did. How? None of this makes any sense. Well, I tell you what, I am so glad that Fax was able to pull that out of the bag, out of the machine, because we get to see these teams fight it off one more time, at least in this tournament, because this is now actually fully 100% match point.
Yeah, and indeed, if you think about it, this also means they have even more money in play now.
And it's gonna get crazier!
Yeah, more upgrades.
Right.
Especially with some of the value we've been seeing with like the shortstop extra range really coming into its own there.
One of the bets that somebody comes out of here with a crit squeak. I want to see it. I want to see at least 2 players have crit squeak and do an exchange in mid.
That would be certainly something. We are seeing sort of the first little bits of fighting here. Dalibor just reflecting, keeping Demo back, keeping up that pressure. There's Scout already forced to retreat there as he gets Lecter just peppers him down. And first crit canteen on a heavy, totally taking down Lecter. Actually, an exchange of crit canteens there. Carrot Flowers sort of cleaning up.
Love to see it. And in fact, Tech went down in that one, so blue team currently without any kind of medical assistance.
Yeah. They did not notice Dalibor at all, but unfortunately he couldn't get any sort of pick there. I was thinking he would go for some sort of flare gun combo on the medic to just get a quick drop, but no.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of panic-induced reflect opportunity. That didn't go that way either. I mean, Pyro is super OP, particularly with MVM, but no opportunity to really make use of it, although plenty going on right now.
Yeah, SM just cleaning the house with that shortstop, really putting in the work. Killing Dalibor, just peppering Lecter out of the air. Gutter going in for a shot there. Oh, and exactly like I said earlier, with the shield, prevented the bomb from going through there.
I haven't seen. I was expecting for this map there not to be a shield. I'm a little bit surprised to see it come out now. I think only because it's gone into like the third map or the third point that there's been an opportunity to use it.
Yeah, spending that extra money they accumulated. Both Ubers going through. SM again showing the power of an upgraded shortstop, taking down Carrot Flowers. And Medic sort of just running on point there, forced to run back there. SM continuing to try to get value in, and he gets it.
Is SM alive? He's been on fire for the last 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
If he had chestnuts in his pockets, they'd be roasted by now.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Shooting
it's that kind of map. It's that kind of map. You can't help it.
Yeah. Alright,
Speaking of which,
doesn't work out.
I'm just thank you to Chad as well. There's been a hydration. We can all take a sip.
Oh, thank you for the water.
I'd like to say that if anybody is drinking along with us, that'd be fantastic. If you are,
thank you for the solidarity.
please let us know.
Seems we are getting an exchange of point here with enough pressure being brought by the blue team that the red was forced to retreat. Some good exchanges of Ubers as well that I saw.
Yeah, they're down to a minute on the clock for the red team, so I'm glad that these guys over in HFM, having had such a fantastic start, have been able to get some time on the clock right now. Shield is in full effect. Both teams
showing its uses here. Like they're playing back a bit, getting a low health pick there on Gutter who didn't see him. And yeah, it seems the Shield's getting a lot of value here, but Demo's running up on point, Red sort of moving together forward. Natasha heavy on point now with all those upgrades. And it seems the point's going to exchange again. And they have such a significant time advantage that, you know, it's going to be difficult right now for Blue to come back.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone holding all the way forward though. Everybody seems to be holding a midpoint, which is different from my experience of this map at least.
Yeah, more often seeing people hold forward. Mooncaller getting that crit value again, taking out both Gutter, you know, just Demo, Soldier, and Heavy all going down. Who's the medic gonna heal now? And yep, we do see an exchange.
Medic being left out on their own. Can they get away? I believe
Are they getting out of this?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
Reflect on Gutter, but the medic lives.
How? I think if Dalibor had realized that was going to be quite such an effective reflect, they would have followed up on it. It was almost an instinctive reflect at that point. Left medic out on their own. Yep, pyro instinct is a thing, not just a perfume.
Indeed.
Although I don't want to wear it. It'll attract the wrong kind of human.
Indeed. SM again though that chip damage on the shortstop, cleaning up Dalibor long range, and it seems that the point is going to be exchanged again. That Uber that Paulo is able to keep from not dying, coming in very valuable there.
Well, on speaking of Uber being kept, Tech has 100%. Will almost certainly be utilizing it, certainly in the slightly less than 30 seconds time, because that's all the time that is on the clock.
It's definitely down to this fight. Is the same sticky trap going to work? It does!
Oh, it does!
Oh,
that's gotta be painful.
Oh,
Here it comes.
Unfortunately, though, getting taken out by Dalibor. Paulo managing to avenge him with a... Oh, but the big crit from Kura just absolutely wiping the point! Oh
Decimating! My goodness me, Fax wins, and I think we can all agree that that is how you play this game.
Oh, absolutely. What a round, holy.
Oh.